Hello everyone, myself Dr. Feroza D. Mirajkar. Today we will see a program to exchange 10 numbers between internal memory locations. This is the program to exchange 10 numbers between internal memory locations. So the first instruction is org. So we'll set up the program origin to 0000H. Now here the next instruction is move r0 comma hash 30h. So here we'll load the starting address of the first set into r0. Then comes the next instruction, move r1 comma hash 40h, which loads the starting address of the second set into r1. The next is move r2 comma hash 0ah. Here we'll load the counter with 10, that is 0ah in hexadecimal. Next is the move a comma at r0. This will load the value from the address pointed by r0 into the accumulator a. After that, move b comma at r1. It will load the value from the address pointed by r1 into the register. Then comes move r1 comma a. So this will store the value from a into the address pointed by r1. Then move at r0 comma b. It will store the value from b into the address pointed by r0. After that you have increment r0, which will increment the r0 to point to the next location in the first set. Then increment r1. It will increment r1 to point to the next location in the second set. Then djnz r2 comma up. It will decrement r2 and jump to up if it is not equal to 0. Okay, so here we have set r2 to 0ah. So now one iteration has been completed. We have to complete remaining 9 iterations. So until and unless this r2 becomes 0, this loop will continue to execute. Then h colon s jump h. This is the infinite loop to halt the program. Then you have end. This will end the program. These are the inputs which will give in the r0 location, that is starting from 30h, 30h, 31h, 32h and so on up to 39h. So these are the inputs we'll give. You can give any input of your own choice. Then we have 40h, that is the location for r1, 40h, 41h, 42h up to 49h. Now output will be at starting from 30h location you have 11, 22, 33, 44 and at 40h location, that is starting from 40h location, you have f1, f2, f3. When you execute this program here in 30h, that is starting from 30h, these inputs which we have given at 40h location will be transferred to 30h location, and the data which we have given for 30h location, it will be transferred to 40h location, starting from 40h location to 49th location. So here the data has been exchanged. You can see here you have 11, 22, f1, f2. Now the data has been exchanged. At 30h you have f1 and at 40h you have 11. So here we'll see how this loop will execute. This is the swapping process where inside the loop. So the first instruction inside the loop is move a comma at r0. That is, it will read the data from the block 1. That is, it will load the value at the memory location pointed by r0. Here we have used 30h, that is into the accumulator. Next is second instruction. Here is read data from block 2. Second instruction is move b comma at r0. Here it will read the data from the block 2. That is it will load the value at the memory location pointed by r1 into the register b. Now r1 here is nothing but 40h. Next instruction is move at R1 comma A, which will write the data to block 2. So here it will store the value from accumulator A into the memory location pointed by R1. So here accumulator A, it is actually from the block 1. Then next we will execute move at R0 comma B, which will write the data to block 1. That is, it will store the value from register B into the memory location pointed by R0. Next is move to next locations. So here, what are the instruction to move to the next locations? Increment R0 and increment R1. So initially here R0 was 30H and R1 was 40H. When these two instructions are executed, here R0 will become 31H and R1 will become 41H. So in this way, the loop will execute 10 times. So here, this is the logic of the program. Here the program sets up two pointers R0 and R1 to iterate through the blocks of memory. Then it will swap the values at the corresponding memory locations in both the blocks. Then here we are using a counter, that is R2, which will ensure that the loop will execute or it will run 10 times. Okay. At each iteration, it will be swapping the values in both the locations. After completing the swaps, the program will halt. Now we will see the execution of the program. So for that, I will start the Keel software by double clicking on the icon. So go to project, new Mu Vision project. I'll use the previously used project name. Yes. Select the device, microchip. Then click on the plus symbol and search for 8089C51. Select that, click on OK. Then click on No. Now open a new file and write your program here. I will copy the program. Now I have to save this. This is the exchange program. So I'll write the name as exchange itself. Exchange.asm. Save. Click on yes. Now click on the plus sign before the target one. Right click on source group 1 and click on add existing files to group source group 1. Search for your program exchange.asm, click on add, click on close. Now go to project, build target. So here you can see there are 0 errors and 0 warnings. Now go to debug, start or stop debug. OK. We want two memory windows, one for 30H and another for 40H. So already one window is there. I will select one more window directly from here. I'll select memory 2 window. In memory 1, I'll take 30H. So I colon 30H. And in memory 2, I'll take 40H. I colon 40H. Now I'll give the input data. So here I will give 11, 22, 22, 33, 4, 55, 66, 77. You can give any data of your choice. It is nothing that you have to give the same data which I am giving. Okay, so now enter the data in 40H. F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6, F7, F8, F9, and I'll give F0. Okay, so at 30H memory location you have 11, 22, 33, 44 and so on up to 0AH, and here at 40H location you have F1, F2, F3. Here also you can see the data in this memory 1 window, that is 30, 31, 31, 32, 33. These are the locations, and these are for 40, 41, 42, 43. Here also you can see the output. Okay, these are the memory locations from 30 to 40H, 39H, and here it is 40 to 49H. Okay, now we will run the program. Run. So here you can see earlier at 30H we were having 11, 22, 33, but now we have F1, F2, F3, F4 up to F0. These were at 40 starting from 40H location, and this was at starting from 30H location. So you can see both the datas, that is the datas at these memory locations and these memory locations, they have been exchanged. Or you can see here at the memory 2 window also, here you have got 11, 22, 33. Earlier you are having here F1, F2, F0. Okay, so this is the program to exchange 10 numbers or 10 data between the internal memory locations. I hope you have understood.